Okay, today I'm going to talk about constructing a target. It's called Make the Knife Mobile Adjustable Ingrain Knife Throwing Target. And this is what it is, how it looks. I got the idea from Xolette. I'll have her channel and stuff in the description. She got it from a Russian, so what it is, it's an ingrain target. And what she did was she just built it here and then put it on a stand she already had. I didn't have a stand, so what I did was I built it like this, but a lot taller, and just put a brace on it. And then as time went along, that's adjustable now too. I changed it. I decided I wanted to make it adjustable where I had at least two heights, and I could actually make more if I wanted to. But let me show you how this works. So I can grab it here and lift it up. The legs swing down, and that was it. And this blade swings down. And then you can roll it up in this manner. You got the legs like you want, more or less. Put a bolt in. Lift it up. I got that side. And then take another bolt, put it in here. And of course, you realize that would be a lot easier if there were two people. I'm going to have a second part to this video where I go into detail how I constructed it. But for a lot of you, and I have blueprints on this video, a lot of you, after seeing the blueprints and listening to me talk, might not even want to watch the other part, which is fine. But anyway, I've got two heights to it. If I had more holes, I could take this and put a hole here and a hole here. You know, get a third height or however you want to play that game. The important thing is you glue these together, which I show how to do, and so does Xolette. You really have to tighten down these rods. So by tightening down real tight here and real tight here, it holds the blocks together. I guess eventually you could take this off, but anyway, it is as it is. I talked to you about the different sizes of the hardware you're going to need. I've got a wood screw here that's 3/8 that goes in, so those legs can swing up and down. So that's the adjustable part. You can have a low, you can have a high, if you have different legs, or if you put more holes, you can make it different that way. I call it mobile because two people can pick this up and move it very easy, but if you're just one person like I am, you just pull it down here, drag it wherever you want it. And I worked on it and dragged it basically all over the yard. Fine. There you go, I got it set up again. So that's why I call it that. Now why do I even want mobiles? Well, first of all, I don't have to lean it against a tree. Let me show you some of my setup. Pardon me for the camera here. But you see there's one that I haven't adjusted yet. The one against the white is made out of the pine instead of the fir. And then usually I start out just leaning things against the walls or against a tree. But with this you can put it anywhere you want. And I'm moving the camera again, obviously. And I know this might disturb some of you. This is glue. If I'm really an anal kind of person, I can get a sander and sand that off. But it'll work fine. I'll throw and eventually it'll all go away. This had glue on it too. As you can see, it's not there after I've been throwing it. It's been in the rain and all that other stuff, or at least it's discolored. The reason I want these is I've also developed a game that I'm going to call athletic knife throwing. It comes off of NRA site. Colin Noir does it with guns, but I've done a modification of it where it can work with knives, and I will show you that probably in a week or two. But this is very important for that because I can set up any kind of station I want, anywhere I want, just by dragging it, or if I have another person to help me lifting it up and moving it. It's not very heavy at all. So the second part, I apologize for the voice on the second part. I'm talking into the computer, and I don't like the way it sounds, but the information is there. And then I have a part 2 that will show you how to actually do the construction if you don't know how. I mean, a lot of you guys say, well, I know how to do that, and that's cool. Okay, so there you go. The Mick the Knife mobile and adjustable in-grain target. Have fun constructing it. If you get into it, it is a lot of fun. Anyway, over and out.
Okay, I wanted to start out by just letting you know what it would cost to do this. So here's my cost sheet. You're welcome to stop the video, screen capture this, or however you want to get it. Notice in the red I have the pine. I didn't use the pine. If I did, it would have been cheaper, $45.76. That's treated pine. But I used the fir, the Douglas fir, and so mine was $51.21. This is telling you the cost of it. I'm using 1/2 inch threaded steel rods on this one, which is cheaper than the 5/8, which Xolette uses, and I used on a couple of others. But I've already done one like this, and it seems to work out pretty good. Just to let you know that the wooden legs, they're attachable, or 30 inches long. The first hole on the target itself is 3 inches down from the rod, and the holes on the 30-inch wooden legs is 2 inches down, 1 3/4 inches in for 3.5, and the 9 inches down is the second hole. The target itself, if you want a blueprint of it, here that is. And let's see if I have all this in the. Yeah, I think all of this will be in the screen. Okay, so 36 inches for the rod. And of course, I mentioned that there's 49 of these blocks, which is about 23 inches, 23.5 inches by 23.5, something like that. The frame that I have bolted, or with the rods, is 42.5 inches, and I've got the rod such that it's 14 inches from the bottom rod in the bottom, and then the leg itself, like I said, is 30 inches. On the video that I showed you earlier, when I put the bolt through, I do have the washers and nuts to tighten it to make it real secure, but I just was in sort of a hurry, and you don't like listening to a lot of stuff. And then the bottom part, or the side view, is the brace is 50 inches long, and I go about 14 inches down to bolt it in. I have it bolted in here with a wood bolt, or wood screw, I should say, 3/8 by 4 inches, or is it 3.5 inches? I think it's 4 inches. Anyway, it doesn't matter. And 2 inches down is the one hole, as I said. 7 inches is the second hole, which is 9 inches from here to here. This is the construction of it, and that might be enough for all of you right there. But like I say, some of you might want to go look at the other video where you're actually seeing me cut up the pieces and do that kind of thing. It might be helpful to you. One thing I forgot to mention to you, when you saw the video, you'll notice that these metal rods are exposed, and by throwing my knives once in a while, yes, I don't hit the target all the time. I'll actually hit the metal rod, and the knives are holding up fine, but you know, that's not good. So probably what I'm going to do is get a 1x4 that's 37, 38 inches long, a little bit longer than the 36, and just take a screw and screw them here and here so that they block the rod and they block the rod. So down here, so I'd have 2 of them, and that is an added cost, but it's not much. You might have some scrap lumber or even some plywood that you can rip down to 3.5 inches or something like that. Anyway, if you don't mind the rods, fine. I've been throwing with them, not a problem. But if it's problematic to you, like it sort of irritates me, so I'm going to do that to mine. So just thought I'd add that on.